championship game. Off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Already here, they're audible to something else. On the ground, here's the 4th-round pick from April's draft. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
But that was definitely a surprise there. Handed to the big guy on first down. Heck, the first play of the drive. And when you see him get to the second level, as a former safety, I can just tell you, your eyes get really wide because you know you've got a lot to deal with at that point.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Moreno. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. The slot man in motion right. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Oliver. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Chiefs are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Fire down these two. Fire down these two. Attack, attack.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now Mahomes. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
A touch of time here critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Yellow. 180.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Mahomes now to throw. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
A 23-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Hey, run.
They'll run. This is Bashal Tootin. Down the right sideline. And finally down at the 36-yard line. That one good for 37 yards. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
Hey.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
I don't see Northern trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Hey, easy. Ralph. Done.
Lawrence will throw. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Chiefs are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Mahomes.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Let's go, Lou. Yellow.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Mahomes going to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the first quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, and whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Hey, kill.
Here's Lawrence. That's caught. It's Travis Hunter. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be.
And it'll be intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down.
Hey.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Trevor Lawrence keeping it himself from 7 yards out. And the Jaguars have got it back to within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This to the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Short throw caught by the tight end Oliver, and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Now Patrick going to change the play. On the give, this is their fullback. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 6. Now here's Mahomes. They'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Moreno. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Attack, attack!
They'll send Rice in motion. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one goes for 30 yards.
He scored their touchdown earlier, and this had a chance to be another. This secondary scrambling for answers, looking at each other, trying to figure out who is going to put the clamps on this guy, because right now he's absolutely shredding them.
Throwing now is Mahomes. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Yellow.
He'll drop to throw. This is caught. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. 3rd and goal. Mahomes now on the sneak. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down.
Well, that play seemed well scouted defensively. They collapsed everything inside. Nowhere to go on the quarterback sneak. Now it's going to bring up 4th down.
The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Jaguars are able to come up with a goal line stand. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Now Lawrence. Caught here right side, no. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line.
His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a 1st down as well. 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend.
Ready up. 24.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
And maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized this offense a little bit. They've been kind of sluggish until then, but they're showing signs of life here, and they get good yardage that time and a 1st down.
That's complete. It's Brian Thomas. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's good for a 1st down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
At the 47-yard line.
Lawrence. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football. But how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy on the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the...
And Gary's man is made. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Hunter, 31 yards. And the Jaguars will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Looking to throw. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Now back to throw. And Mahomes will do it himself. He's got a man complete. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And Mahomes will do it himself. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That's caught left side by the tight end, Gray. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Noah Gray, as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now 17-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And with Lawrence's arm, they may give him a shot to let this thing rip downfield. We'll see. To the left side, finds his receiving move. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Hey, lion.
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Hey, Jupiter.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Hey, easy, route. Son.
Now Lawrence to throw.
And that is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it.
And they'll try and throw forward with Lawrence.
He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on fourth down. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. To throw, it's Mahomes.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Second and 10.
Yellow.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun.
And he lost the football. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
Down to the 10.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
So that's about as fortuitous of a bounce as you're going to find as it's scooped up and taken in for the touchdown.
And I love how you use the word fortuitous there, because as that popped up, he just happened to be in the right place, grabbed it, and found his way into the end zone.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And that's going to be short of the landing zone. It doesn't make it there, so that means the ball's going to come out to the 40. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10.
At the 40.
Lisa 24.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Ready? On red. 30 left. Hey, Stanford pick.
Now Lawrence.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Lawrence going to fire it out wide, complete.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
Here we go, son.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they...
Touchdown! A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Jags have cut it back within a score. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they have no answer for that right there.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Moreno. And he'll get about 6 here before he is taken down rather rudely and abruptly.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and 4.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
56 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43.
Here's Pacheco once again. And he's got it to about the 40.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Second and 7.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw.
Now he's going to step up and run. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Now Mahomes.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Jaguars are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Able to find Pryor. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
Hey.
They go play action with Lawrence. Completes this to Elijah Higgins.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Zone coverage here defensively. They're going to let their tight end run a drag across the field. This is where a linebacker gets forced to pass him off. That time, the receiver gets lost a little bit, and he's able to make the catch and pick up good yardage in a 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Hey, run! Hey, son.
Here's Lawrence. And this pass caught by Gray. It'll be a gain of 5. And 3rd and 8 now.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Hey, Soko, hot. Here we go.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the 1st quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And as a fan of the NFL, not much more you can hope for in this divisional round matchup. Tie game, 4th quarter. A lot of these fans with their hearts in their throats waiting to see what happens here. 74 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Again to the fullback on the dive. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Now that whole run just felt old school, didn't it? That was a throwback, punishing runner, getting the football, picks up good yardage, and knocks a bunch of people aside.
Now a toss left for Pacheco.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Here we go. 60 Bison. Ready, go.
And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
But sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. Now here's Mahomes. Short throw caught by the tight end Oliver. Call it a gain of a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential, but when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, He's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
2nd and 9.
Looking to throw is Mahomes.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down.
He'll check this one down at the Checo.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 29-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
1st down. It's a gain of 17 yards.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Now Mahomes going to shift him around.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Short throw caught by the tight end, Oliver. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Whistles now at a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
Yellow. I don't need to.
Now it's Mahomes again. His throw incomplete.
Intended for Xavier Worthy. Incomplete. He was covered by Tyson Campbell.
Playoff lives at stake. Boy, this is a big one. 3rd down.
Working from the gun, Mahomes gets past one man.
And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Pacheco gets it up the gut.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
They'll come up now. 2nd and 9.
Hey, 43.
Take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Well, this crowd doing their best to make a lot of racket. It's 3rd and 5. Mahomes will throw. Mahomes will do it himself.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And I know they would have loved to have had a touchdown there to give them some cushion. But now, kick the field goal. Get the lead. Let your defense bring you home. Show some faith in those guys on the other side of the ball.
Butker's kick here is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Hey, son.
Back to throw, Lawrence. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
And they'll indeed take a knee. The Chiefs going to play on another week as we say so long, everybody.